G'day guys, welcome back, and a bit of an interesting one today. I've just been given this bunch of gear that has been through a fire. I believe it was in a plastic container, so a lot of these pieces have got melted plastic all through them. I mean, check that out, completely covered in melted crud. So I'm going to chuck it in the pull tester, and we will see how strong it is, because heating up stainless steel, well, if you heat it up red hot, that can, depending on how you heat it and cool it, actually make it stronger or weaker. I did an old test about that, so check this out. This is just some threaded rod that I use for my glue pull testing. And you can see that it's really strong when it's fresh. But if you heat it up and then cool it down straight away, this is actually weakening it. Let's quench her. Oh yeah. So that is about 25% weaker from the heat. Still pretty strong, but the point is you really shouldn't be using hardware that has been through uncontrolled heating and cooling. Because, you know, this stuff could be fine if you could be bothered cleaning it up. There could be stress cracks or anything in there. Maybe it's lost its corrosion resistance. Like, who the hell knows what has happened to this stuff? So anyway, I'm going to pull test it. I still think it's going to be pretty strong though, because after all, it is still, I mean, that is 10mm ring of stainless steel. These things usually break sort of 80, 90 kilonewtons, something like that. So I'm going to load some in the pull tester and let's see if we can break it. Okay, so here's the chain anchor. Let's see how it goes. $28.65, very nice. Okay, broke on the top hanger. Ow, that is very hot. Broke on the top hanger. Rings, I don't even know if the ring's deformed. They'll take a lot more than that. Okay, so here's one of the double ring anchors. I've just got a bolt adapter in there just to hold that bolt there. So let's see how this one goes. I think the bolt's gonna break. Whew, 30. Very nice. Once again, the rings didn't even deform, I don't think. I was hoping more plastic had come off so we could see the metal better, but nah, she's looking good. Here's a second ring anchor, same deal. Same result, 30. Nice. And yeah, so the sleeve was still on this bolt here, but ow, that's too hot. Yep, same kind of result. Okay, so this one is just a hanger and bolt. Bloody hell, where did that go? Bolt failed at 36 kilonewtons. I do not know where that head shot off to. I didn't hear it go anywhere. I'm sure I'll find it in a few months. This one is just a hanger. Petzl Coeur hanger in there, just by itself. God damn. $42. Wow. And yeah, she is a bit munted. Bloody hell, strong stuff. Well, there you go. Pretty impressive stuff from the old scrap metal. Just quickly recap. So on the chain, this top hanger was the failure point. I have a feeling that's because the bottom hanger is one of these wing-shaped ones. So that kind of just had to straighten out, whereas this one was getting pulled at more of an angle. It straightened. The chain did sort of stretch a bit, but the rings, yes, slightly deformed. I mean, the rings are the strongest part. That's why you can get away with just having one of them to lower off, because they're usually going to break it I don't know, 90 or 100 kilonewtons. These Raumer rings did deform slightly. One of them kind of stretched. This guy had a hanger failure. Same thing with this other one, hanger failure, and not much deformation at all on the rings. This one here had a bolt failure, and that was a Petzl Coeur hanger. So they're the ones that I like to use, mainly because I can get them cheap and also they're not too shiny. They are thicker metal than the Raumer ones, so it's not super surprising that they are stronger as well. And speaking of strength, well, the strongest single piece we had was actually this lone Petzl Coeur hanger without any, bolt or anything in there. 43 bloody kilonewtons just about. Holy crap. And then I've got a few more bits that I haven't tested, but honestly, it's super gunked up. I can't get that bolt undone. I'm going to get a new one of them for like $3 or something, so I don't think I'll even bother trying. But there you go. I wasn't really sure if they would be weakened at all because we don't know the circumstances of the heating. But look, I have a feeling that this hasn't really been compromised at all. So what can we draw from this? Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm still not going to be, bolting any roots with this crap. Or just use it for training purposes, basically, and practicing and things like that. And it means that, I guess if you've had a fire go through one of your crags, wherever you are, it may not be the end of the world, A little bit of charring here and there, not necessarily going to destroy the steel completely. I don't have any real conclusions for you. I just wanted to see what happened when we broke it. So, thanks for watching, and I'll scratch yous later. Climb safe, make your own decisions, all that. And if you need new bolts because your shed has burnt down, check out the How Not To store. You can stock up again, and if you use the promo code in the description, you'll get 10% off your first order, and you'll also help out my channel.